Today we will learn what American tourists do that annoy Italians. So me being Italian, I will tell you if that's true or not. Let's go.
Ciao, fellow travelers! Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're here in Bari on the Piazza Mercantile, a fantastic place to visit and meet locals when you're here in Bari. And when you're traveling around Italy, one of the best parts of being in Italy are the people. The thing is, though, whenever you travel and you want to meet the locals, you want to make sure you don't upset them. So what I have on here is a few things that tourists do or could do when they're here in Italy that might upset the locals. And I gotta start with this, though.
This has been everywhere. Gardaland, the amusement park. I've been there a couple of months ago. This is Milan. This is... I feel like I know where this is. This is Venice, right? I don't know. I don't even know my own country.
In general, it is extremely difficult to upset the Italians. They are so laid back, they are so chill, they're so cool, and they're so happy about where they live and so proud of Italy. They're pretty much fine with anything. So don't think that you're really going to get too many upset locals, but these are just a few things that might upset them a bit. And I'm going to start off with one that I've done myself, and I didn't realize what a faux pas it was until my friend explained it to me. And that is, if you're invited out for dinner with people, like as a guest, and you pay, that is a big affront to them. That is a total no-no. Like, you will hear about it for months and months.
Such a bullshit. I don't think that's true at all. Nah. I mean, I don't know. I guess different people behave very differently, but yeah, that's not something that will upset me at all. I always, when I go out with my friends, we always divide the bill, so I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Months. I'm sorry, Nando. I'm sorry.
But I mean, he's in the South. In the South, they are more proud, you know? So it
I'm
might
sorry,
be true
I'm
there.
sorry, okay? I'm sorry, I didn't know. Because
I'm
that's
from the
one thing
North.
is the Italians, they want to show you a good time. And if they invite you out to dinner, that's them inviting you out. And so then they usually pay. But if it's like a friendly, we're going together, then we both pay, right? But it was an invitation, and it's like with somebody's family. Don't try to sneak off and pay the bill because it might lead to some discussions later on, okay? So that's one thing I want to say. Another thing that I think tourists don't realize they do, but it can make a big impact, and it doesn't necessarily upset the people, but it's really appreciated, is if you don't try at least a few Italian words. Don't just come in with like, I want this. Be like, ciao, I mean literally just ciao, which is hi, or buongiorno, which is good day, and then switching to English or German or whatever will go a lot farther than just starting in English or starting in German. So not at least trying a few words in Italian. I mean, come on, you know enough Italian just from the labels on, tomato sauces, prego, which is you're welcome, and just think about that. Just try a few things, because if you don't, that might upset the locals a little bit, but you probably wouldn't notice it. It's more one of those things that...
That's okay anyway. That's not really applicable to all the people. I feel like this is like meant for like in the shops or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I don't
they
know.
appreciate more than
I
they're
don't think
upset
so.
by. Now, if you want something that might get you upset, it might get you in trouble, is if you wear the football jersey or the soccer jersey for a rival team in the wrong city. Now, I love Rossi, okay? That's our team of Vicenza, but you know what? We went to Verona, which is their biggest rival, and I made sure that Liam and I did not wear any of our Rossi, any of our Vicenza Calcio gear.
That might be true. That might be true. This one might be true. Yeah. Of course, it's the stupid people, you know? I mean, I don't like Inter. You know, that's the team that I hate the most, being a Juventus fan. You can see it right here. But yeah, I might look at someone and maybe say, oh, that's a disgusting shirt. You should take it off. Like a joke or whatever, but I would never like be upset about it. I feel like it's more of a joke, but of course for an outsider it might feel like you're getting upset or whatever. So yeah, don't worry, you can just wear whatever shirt you want. But people are gonna point it out, if it's a rival team. But nothing will happen, don't worry.
Because sometimes you just get a word here or there, or sometimes it's late night. There can be issues, so just know that. But I will say, if it's a kid, or if you're obviously a tourist, you've got like a Milan jersey because they know that that's the only one that tourists know about, or Juventus, usually you're going to be okay. But do be aware that the calcio, the soccer, football rivalries here are a real deal. And if you're on the wrong side, that might get a few people upset. Now, another thing that might upset your local friends when you're here in Italy is if you say, oh, the north and the south of Italy are the same. I'll tell you right now, the north has...
Yes, yes. I will be getting upset too. Come on, they're two totally different countries. I would even say it might be even a different continent. I mean, the difference is way too much. Oh my god. I would say like the north is more similar to most other countries in Europe, while the south, I mean, it's more similar maybe to Greece, Turkey, or other places, Albania. Yeah, some other places that are right there. Yeah, yeah, I would definitely say that. And the center is like I don't know, the center's pretty much like the north, maybe like a mix, sometimes more like this, sometimes more like yeah, but yes, definitely, it's not the same. It's too different, trust me.
has a very definite opinions about the south of Italy, and the south of Italy has very definite points and ideas about northern Italy, and there is a little bit of frustration between the two. And if you kind of brush that under the rug and say, oh, they're all the same, no. If you're in the south, they'll be upset. If you're in the north, they'll be upset. And if you want to know those differences, just ask a local. They'll be glad to share them with you. And continuing on with the no differences upsetting people kind of motif, another thing is tell them there's no difference between pasta. All the pastas are the same, so it doesn't matter what pasta I get with my bolognese, or I get with my carbonara, or if I get with my whatever vongole. Oh, it matters. And here, pasta is a regional thing. They're the pastas that it's for them.
Yes.
Here, you're going to have orecchiette, little ear pasta. That is...
I like orecchiette. It's very nice. Many times I buy it to cook it at home.
The thing here in Bari, you actually watch old ladies making them and not so old ladies making it. If you're up in the north, you might have bigoli. Other places, it's just different pasta in different places. And if you say it's all the same, oh, you will get some blowback there, because this is very much a regional country with regional foods and regional pastas. So make sure you're eating whatever the local...
He knows what he's saying. He knows what he's saying. Wow, he's an expert on Italy.
Stuff is to keep on friendly terms with the waiter.
So cute.
And whether it's a waiter or it's a local or someone you meet at aperitivo time, another thing that might upset locals, or not upset them, but just make them wonder what's up with you, is if you don't share things about yourself. Italians are gregarious.
What?
They love to talk. They love to meet people. I mean, you can't not make friends in Italy. It's like impossible not to make friends. But they want to know stuff about...
Fuck off. Fuck off. I don't have that many friends. I'm not good at making friends, and I'm Italian. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think that's more from the south. I don't know. Maybe I'm the weird one, probably. I don't know. I don't like to share that much about myself when I go out.
About you. And if you kind of hold it in and don't share things about yourself, Italians are like, what's up with him? Why is he talking? What is he like? Introverts are going to have a hard time here, because Italians...
That's not true. I live my life fine even if I'm a big introvert.
Really want to know, oh, where are you going? What did you like? What did you eat when you were there? What do you think about this? They are very much a talky, like, let's all learn about each other kind of thing. And that's why it's so fun to make friends here, because they want to make friends. And if you're not sharing things, that kind of puts them in the wrong light when they look at you. Now, probably the worst thing you can do when you come to Italy is deny their mama or their nonna the respect that she deserves for being the greatest cook in Italy, if not the world. Look, Italians, especially Italian men, have a definite opinion about how wonderful their mom's cooking is. And if you do not say that their mom's cooking is the best, you're probably going to have some issues. Because I know my buddy
Really?
Nando, his mom actually really does make the best bigoli con arna, the bigoli with the duck ragu sauce, that I've ever had in my entire life. And I'm not just saying that because I have to say that. I'm saying it because it's true. So don't you dare not give respect to mama or nonna. That's grandma, by the way, because they are excellent cooks. And if you're not sure how much the Italian men love their moms, go look up how far the average Italian man lives from their mom. Yeah, it's not very far. And one thing...
Oh, I never considered that. That is true. I live near my parents. But I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I live on my own, so whatever.
You'll learn with all those mamas cooking for you and the nonnas cooking for you is this. Look, don't think that all the food here is pasta and pizza, because that kind of upsets the people. Like, yeah, we love our pasta, we love our pizza, but we got great meats, we got great salads, we've got just...
What happened? Okay.
Just great all kinds of stuff when you're here.
I
And
don't know.
you'll notice that some of the pastas you really love and you might not see on the menu in the summer because, oh, that's too heavy of a dish. We go for lighter fare, like the salads, or just
Oh,
having
I
some
don't like that
melon
one.
and ham and prosciutto or whatever.
Ooh, that's
So
the
there's so
best.
many different foods here that if you say, oh, it's just pasta and
Carpaccio.
pizza in Italy, that's all they have. Oh, no. That's not going to go over well. And
Yeah, actually, it changes a lot from it's a very regional thing, I would say, here in Italy. Like, if you go maybe to Milan, you will find many food that are from Lombardy. That is the region of Milan. If you go to Turin, that is the same region where I live. I don't live in Turin, but not too far. It's in the same region. You will find all the food that is local to Turin. You go to Tuscany, you will find all food that is different from the rest of Italy. Like that, yeah, there's so much different food. Of course, pasta, the basic ones like carbonara, lasagne, pizza, all the good stuff that is famous worldwide. You're gonna find it everywhere. But I suggest you should try the regional food as well. I mean, most of the times it's even better than what you expect.
And that's why, is if you're here and you profess your love for Kraft macaroni and cheese back in the U.S.,
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. The spaghetti and meatballs dish in Italy. Yes, but I mean, I tried it before. It's good.
or spaghetti and meatballs, or pretty much any pasta Alfredo, yeah, they'll just look at
Doesn't
you and be
exist
like,
that
you
either.
poor pasta. Ugh. Because here's the thing, spaghetti and meatballs, not really a thing in Italy, okay? Because meatballs is a meat dish, which would come second. Pasta is a prima piatti, a first place, so they're going to be separated. If an Italian saw you putting powdered cheese together to make mac and cheese, they'd probably die right away going, what are you doing? So that's one of those things. Don't get me wrong, I love my Kraft mac and cheese, but I had that back in the U.S., not when I'm in
tried
Italy.
it.
But seriously, if you kind of compare Italian-American food or Italian-Finnish
that
food or
looks so
Italian
good.
South American food, they'll be like, yeah, that's nice, but we have our real Italian food here. So just be aware that sometimes when you bring over some of your Italian, authentic
risotto,
Italian dishes from the
Milanese.
US or other places to here, they won't take kindly when you compare them. Now, another thing I think is important, this one thing I noticed when I travel around Italy, is everyone in Italy dresses really well. They all are put together. It doesn't matter if it's a waiter or if it's a driver.
Bro, look what I'm wearing. I mean, yes, it's Adidas, but whatever. Come on, it's so big. It's just to be comfortable. Just wearing shorts. I won't even go out like that. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, most people are so crazy about dress well here in Italy. I don't know.
Or if it's someone in a museum or just people walking around, people dress nicer here. They just have style, whether it's their hair or their
Bro,
clothes.
and then you show me this Indian guy with a sweater and the ugliest jeans I've ever
People
seen.
dress
Look.
nicer
You should have picked up better footage.
here. They just have style, whether it's their hair or their clothes or their whatever. Like, it's just a different vibe when it's here. And if you come dressed as a slob, it's not that they're upset by it. It's just that they're like, oh, well, you could try a little bit more. But I will say, when I see tourists coming to Italy, they do up their game. Okay, notice all my Italy videos this year, I'm always wearing my collared shirt to look good in, right? Because I'm trying to look a little bit better. I mean, yes, I'm a fat, sweaty pig. It is like 90 degrees right now and I'm dying. But hey, I'm at least trying to look nice. I got a nice pair of pants on too. Haha. So that is one thing. And another thing, oh, this is one, it's not really like upsetting them, it's just more, this should be more like eye-rolling stuff, is if you ever order a cappuccino or any kind of coffee with lots
Oh
of
my
milk,
god, that is so fucking annoying. Just order whatever the fuck you want. Nobody's gonna give a fuck. That's such a legend. Oh my god. I'm guessing they always show these in the TikTok videos or whatever, but they always go to like fancy restaurant. Fancy restaurant, there's always people that we say here in Italy, con la puzza sotto il naso. That means like they have the bad smell under their nose. They are so snobbish. So of course they will be like, no, whatever. What are you doing? You ordering this after 11? Nobody gives a fuck. Many times I will go out and get a cappuccino in the afternoon. Nobody looks at me. Just drink it and whatever. I don't get any looks. Just do whatever. That's such a stupid legend. I don't understand it. Maybe in some places it might be true, but to me personally, never experienced anything like that. But I'm not much to go out in the bars. I rather make my own coffee at home. But happened and nobody said anything.
After about 11 o'clock in the morning, the locals are like, what are you doing? Like, that's one of our things. If you know it's a tourist trap restaurant, if they have cappuccino on the dinner menu, because Italians really don't put milk in their coffee after about noon or 11 o'clock. That's a morning thing, okay? So if you ask for cappuccino in the afternoon, they expect a, okay. So not really upsetting them, but just eye-rolling them for sure. And then I'll finish off with this one. And this is kind of a serious one, is I know when we think of Italy, a lot of people think of the mafia and stuff like that. And one of the things is if you ask people, oh, are you in the mafia?
No, but there is a lot of mafia. It's just that you don't really see them, but there is a lot.
Or do you know people in the mafia? Look, if they were, or if they knew people that were, they're not going to tell you. And that puts them in an
Exactly.
uncomfortable position, which makes you look bad. So try not to put them in an uncomfortable position, and don't ask if they're in the mafia, right? So I hope this helps you know a few things you can make sure you don't do to upset your Italian friends when you come here, because I'll be honest with you, if you spend any time in Italy, you will make friends when you're here because the people are amazing, all right? So I'll say ciao.
Let me know. I mean, maybe soon we will check out also this one. If you like this series where I review Italian stuff, as the other one, I see that many said that they like this kind of videos. We could check out the 5 love and hates of visiting Italy. Definitely something that we can dive deeper, you know. You'll have the opinion of an Italian, because it's not gonna be the same because we are all different. But yeah, stereotypes work a long way. And yeah, let me know your experience. Have you ever been in Italy? Have you ever experienced any of the stuff that he listed in the video? I'm curious to know. But as he said at the beginning, you know, it's very different wherever you go in Italy. If it's a big city, if it's a non-touristic city. So some of this stuff could happen in determined place, but not in others. But I feel like that in pretty much all over the world. It's just good to know already before you go for a trip what are the things to avoid. I'm guessing to not upset and not overstep their culture. So yeah, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this reaction video. I will see you very soon in another one. Have a nice day.